What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to my Mystics Only hardcore series in Dungeon Defenders 2. Now, I had to take a short break after last episode, screwing the pooch, poor pooch, on Under Pressure. I wanted to get a little redemption here. So we're in Chaos 2, Greystone Plaza. We've got Under Pressure once again. We're going for it. We got no nodes, no defenses destroyed. So, let's see what we can do. I think we're going to do it just like we kind of have been doing this map. So we're going to throw a Viper's Fang in there. We'll throw an Obelisk just back here because, and let's just start building it out. So, let's see. We want, well, you know what? Let's get the basics built. We're going to end up doing what we normally do. We'll get the pylons down. And that is get a little upfront killing in as well. But let's get some of the basics down here first. And I'm trying to build in a way where I'm not going to have to worry about any javelin throwers. Of course, this one we have no defenses destroyed, which means we can't have any dirt placement. We've got to make sure that nothing is going to get destroyed here. If we're going to use this particular map. So hopefully this is going to work out for us. We will find out here shortly. That is for damn sure. Now we got, if we go like this, well, let's get everything built. And then we'll, like I said, then we'll worry about the upfront. And let's see, how do we want to do this one? If we wall it like here, I think what I did is I put them over here, right? I'm pretty sure that's what I did. So let's do the same thing. We will go something like this. We're going to get a nice little bit of upfront damage in. And still have that protection. Now, we've only spent 600 DU. We got 400 left. So we want safe protection that is not going to get exploded. And for some ungodly reason, I've got just an incredible urge to throw stuff up there. But let's do this. We'll throw a couple of snakes there. We'll give those a serpent's coil. What do we do here? I mean, I want to get stuff here. I think we throw it back here. So let's get a couple of defenses there for some upfront. We'll give them a Serpent's Coil as well. We can come over onto this edge. We've got pretty decent coverage here already. But we are going to go a little bit further with it even. Get a little double dip here. I am going to want to be conscious of any dive bombers that dip out from there. Okay, so we got 160 left. What do we want to do with it? Now, lately, I have been, like, putting stuff, like, right over here. However, I'm a little bit nervous about that. Having the no defenses destroyed. Like, putting something right there, I'm just unsure if that's what I want to do. If you could build up here, that would be awesome. But, no dice on that one. Like I said, I want to get that up front in. We do have good up front killing area here. Let me see what the coverage is like. We're actually all the way up to the spawn already. Well, I mean, there's nothing that says we've got to use all of the DU. That is not a written rule, so... Well, we could throw down a bunch of sand traps. They're going to get cyborged is the thing. Let's do that. Let's just throw a bunch of sand traps in. Actually, can I use traps? No nodes, no defenses destroyed. Yeah, so I can use traps. Let's throw a couple of traps in there. Like I said, I know these are going to get borked, but they will have some time as well. Let's see. Let's go like a couple there. That leaves me enough for two more. I guess we just throw two in something like that. Alright, we're going to dump all of our upgrades on the lovely obelisk. And we'll throw one more just right there. Alright, let's just see how it goes for the first wave. We got under pressure, 180 seconds, 3 minutes. The majority of the time, that is not going to be an issue. I'm not going to be cocky anymore and say that you can't lose that one, because I proved last episode that you could. So I've got one map that I only got 3 stars on, so I'm going to have to do this map plus 3 more. So I think what we'll do is we'll run 2 maps on this episode, and then we'll do 2 maps in the next episode, and we'll be done with Mastery. I think. I'm pretty sure that will get us. Actually, maybe not. I don't remember. I don't remember, y'all. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out, and we'll get it dialed in. Everything is just getting evaporated, which is real nice. And, you know, as you see, we still had 2 minutes left on the under pressure, so that's good stuff as well. We just burned up here, and nothing... You know what? I'm going to crack these up, and I'm going to crack these up as well. I'm feeling pretty good about this side of the map now. Alright, where do we have some bossery? Alright, we got a siege roller. That is troublesome. We will be able to get that siege roller slapped down pretty quick, but... You know... I got to make sure that I make this derp free and don't sit there and stand on everything. Low mob counts should lead to a pretty quick clear time on this one. I think we're just going to want to work up here. Because we're going to need the siege roller to die. I can get on that siege roller as soon as his booty, as soon as the buttocks are exposed. And here it comes. Should be a pretty easy slap, really. It's got a bunch of baddies behind him, too. Which, that, if there's goblins in the mix, that will be just absolute payday. Doesn't look like there's any goblins in the mix, though. Alright, we got a nice big shot on him. There we go. Alright, so the siege roller is down. What do we want to do this time? Let's continue just getting even upgrades around. Make sure we're going to be able to get through this. What do we have over here? We got a Tuskar coming this time. And a Skelly. We took that. Let's go ahead and take the obelisk up all the way. And we'll just let it fly. I think we're AFK now, to be honest. I'm not really sure I need to do anything other than assist on the bosses, maybe. I think we have we've hit a sweet spot in this particular run here. Where we shouldn't have any major travesties. Hopefully not. Yeah, I can't remember how many maps I've done now. I think I've done 4 maps. So that would mean I need 7 more total runs. Let's get this. Actually, the Tuskar is going to come out quicker. Let's get Tuskar slapped first. And then we do want to get this Slikelion down, so we're going to have to deal with him 2 more times. Looking good. Looking very good. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade these since we've got Slikelion here. Oops. Wrong defense. Alright, Slikelion's got a good long way to walk for wave 5, so we shouldn't have any worries there. And let's just see how we're doing throughout the rest of it. I haven't even looked at Under Pressure, or I didn't look at it last wave. We'll check it out this wave and see what's left. We got, what, like 2.5 minutes still on this particular wave. We got yet another... Oh, no, Quibbly. Quibbly has got to go fast-like. Let me stun him, even. I can't let Quibbly blow anything up. Alright. Quibbs is down. That could have been tragic. Alright, Slikelion's still got a little ways to walk. We're going to have to get our Slikelions burned relatively quick. Let's slap upgrades into this, since it's got Slikelion to deal with now. Alright, and what do we have that got lit up over here? Wow, we were really close to losing something here, huh? Those had to have been dive bombers, I believe. Alright, we got them all upgraded, but I'm going to want to watch that for sure. I think that had to have been flyers. What do we got coming? We got wyverns this time. Alright, let's just do it. And I failed to look at Under Pressure again. Alright, one Slikelion down. 2 Slikelions down. So I'm going to want to watch for anything taking damage up there. And like I said, I'm not positive, but I think that had to have been flyers. And it may have been some dive bombing. I'm unsure as to what exactly, what flyers came that last wave. I didn't really look. But they were close. They were close to getting destroyed, and that, of course, would take away 2 stars for me. Alright, we got a Siege Roller and a Stone Wolf. Let's deal with Mr. Wolfie here first. Oh no, that was a Cannon Ogre. Oh, thank God that Cannon Ogre was down. Alright, the Wolf got shredded over here. Alright, I think we're good. That Cannon Ogre could have caused real problems. You see, he got a shot off at the wall. Luckily, though, he did not take too much meat with him. So, there we go on that one. We got 5 more stars there. We got to get to 50. So, we were at, what, like 24 or 22 or something like that? So, we got a ways to go here yet. So let's jump in and get another map running. Alright, so here we go. We are in the Forest. Crossroads Cast 2. This one, no defense is destroyed, no main core, below 90% health, and only tower-type defenses. So no blockades on this one. We are towers only. So gonna have to be a little spammy. We don't have a whole lot of towers to choose from, of course. We can kind of use that obelisk as, well, we don't want it to get destroyed, but I was going to say we could use it as kind of a makeshift wall. Let's get a little up front in here. And then I think we're just going to do the same thing here. Let's get 2 of them there. Then we'll go something like this. We got the pylon action in. Throw those there. Then I feel like we want a little bit more as like up front. We get some nice upfront damage in right here. Something like that. We've got nothing really all the way up here on the spawn, though. And I'm curious, you know, what do I want to do here for the flyers? I think we do this. It's only one there. See, no defenses destroyed. So we can repair, we can upgrade, do all the things. Let's dump everything onto the obelisk here. And then, yeah, let's just see how it goes. Hopefully, this doesn't turn into a travesty. I think the thing to do is even upgrades on this one. Throughout. We get some nice even upgrades in, and we'll be able to, you know, we'll have some consistent power going off throughout, which I believe is what we're going to need. Let's make sure these flyers are dying. And I am going to want to be conscious of what bosses are coming to. So far, so good. I'm ready to get back into the loot grind. The thing about doing mastery, or going back and doing mastery or whatever, is you're not getting anything. You're doing it just for the mastery rewards. I gotta make sure there's nothing gets pushed down close anywhere. I mean, that was a pretty smooth start, I thought. Let's go, like I said, let's try to keep it even ups. Or as even as we can get it. I will prioritize getting this obelisk upgraded. In fact, let's just do it right now, and we'll worry about the rest as it comes. Looking fairly good so far. Ooh. That was a little mini-map deceit. I saw stuff getting close to these towers. But and besides flyers, I don't think anything is going to hit these. Alright, we got a Plaguing Hawk. We're not going to have a wall. So, you know, with that in mind, we do have to be careful about any of these mini-bosses. Ooh, something else was really close there. I didn't see what it was. Are those kobolds? I didn't see what it was, but something got really close to the core over here. On this side. Alright, let's just get these upgrades kicking off here. Let's get a few. Let's see, I am a little worried about this lane, so let's do this. We'll dump into those a little bit. I think everything else has been upgraded once. Wave 3, though. 1 and 2, you know, those... I had those close calls looking at the mini-map. But since I didn't actually see the enemy, I'm not even sure what those were. We do want to keep an eye out for that, though. Anything that all is getting close. I'm assuming those may have been little kobold runners that just didn't quite make it all the way. but I'm not positive. Ooh. See, that could have been bad. That was kobolds right there. So, got to take one for the team there. We got a siege roller rolling out now. Oh, you know, maybe it was a wither beast. Could have always been a wither beast. We're going to have a skelly as well. Got to get this siege roller down. There we go. Siege roller down. That's a Slickelion too. So we're going to have to deal with him 2 more times, which actually shouldn't be too terrible. Alright, let's get these upgraded again. I do want to keep an eye out for any kobolds. As, you know, I'm going to have to jump in front of them and eat that explosion. Because if they get in close, they're going to destroy my towers here, so... Good morning, Mr. Slickelion. Prepare to get wrecked. It's actually kind of convenient having that Dark Torment right up front there, right at the start of the wave like that. Helps get over some of that early wave pressure. I don't want to lose track of what's going on the other sides, so I do have to keep an eye on the mini-map. We got a captain. The captain's going to be super speedy, of course. Stupid wither beast. Yeah, maybe that was a wither beast, actually, that pushed in, now that I think about it. See if we can get the captain swinging at us. There we go. Then we got a Plaguing Hawk as well. He's coming out by himself, so... Plaguing Hawk is down. We got a Dive Bomber here. Let me make sure we get that guy good and wrecked. And there we go. So, I mean, that one pucker, the one butt pucker moment, but not really anything too tragic so far. I don't want to claim the 5 stars before they're, you know, the cash has not quite hit the bank yet. You know what I'm saying? So don't want to jinx myself. So I'm just going to shut up as far as that goes, and we'll let it fly here. We got Slickelion again. Wave 5, though, is the last time we have to deal with him. So kind of a non-issue there. Plus, you know, like I said, getting that Dark Torment to help get through the super early wave woes. All right, Kobold. We got 2 more Kobolds coming out here. Yeah, make that 3. All right, the Kobolds are down. We could have some Kobold Flyers. We got another Captain here. Should just be able to keep the Captain right here where we want him, hopefully. We'll get a little stun action on that Captain. All right, Quibbly needs to be a priority, as does Tuskar. I think Quibbly is a bigger priority because he could throw at stuff. All right, Quibs is down. Oh, thank God Tuskar didn't take shots at those towers. That kind of saved the day there. Tuskar could have one-tapped these towers if he wanted to. But there we go. There is 5 more stars. Let's take a look and see where that puts us here. The dreaded green chest. Alright, so we're coming up on 30. I'm assuming that is 28, since I'm 2 stars light. Which, if that's the case, we're going to need 5 more total maps to get to our mass destruction. We need the 4 to get through these tiers, and then the extras to get over the hump right there. But anyway, that will get it for this one, though. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take it easy.